let's get into the relationship building. You say you was working with signing services, right? So
Yes.
coming into the business, a lot of folks, they want to skip the signing services and go straight to working directly with the title company.
Right, which is not easy.
Right, it's not easy. Like it's not a bad idea to do, but I feel like, you know, coming into it, you should get some signings under your belt and know what the process is of working with signing services. And also, too, I also want to say there are some signing services out there that will take care of you. They will send you consistent business, and they're going to make sure that the offers that you do get are going to be worth your time. Now, that's not to say there are some out there where they just downright disrespectful with the offers. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But there are some signing services out there that are willing to take care of you, and they're willing to, you know, pay you worth your time, right? So, talk about how'd you get into working with particular signing services, and how are your relationships with them as of today?
Okay. So I took a particular training, and in this training, they gave us like a list of signing services, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, everyone has the same list, so everyone is applying to the same signing services.
Yep.
With this list, I kid you not, I applied to each one. It was like maybe 100 of them. And I can tell you off the bat, I probably worked with maybe 25 of them. So not every signing service is going to call you. And when they do, it might be that one time.
Yeah.
But out of 25, I want to say 5 of them, I have consistent business. Like, I mean, consistent as in like almost every day I get notifications. I'm marked preferred, right? So I get those first text messages, or sometimes I even get a personal phone call like, hey, I need a favor. With that being said, it did not come overnight, right? A lot of people start treating signing services almost like like they owe you something.
Yeah.
Like that the whole attitude of like, well, they owe me this because I'm taking this for this amount of fee. At the end of the day, we are trying to build our business. We are trying to build not only our business, but get experience. Every signing service does not pay the same.
Yeah.
You know, all notaries are getting paid different depending on your area as well and what exactly is being called to do. There's some signing services, like you said, will treat you amazing, but they're not going to treat you amazing off the bat too. You got to be thankful and humble.
Gotta earn that.
So like that's something I naturally am. I'm very thankful. I'm very humble. So when I get those notifications and I'm able to call back and say, hey, I'm available, I would love to take care of this for you. I'm keeping communication, right? I'm letting them know I have arrived. When I complete the job, I let them know when to expect scan backs. And normally with me, I know how important it is to receive those scan backs ASAP. So I'll tell them as soon as the signing is done, expect scan backs within 15-20 minutes. And they love the fact that they can go ahead and tell the person that gave them the job, the title office, tell them that as well, when to expect scan back. So communication, saying thank you, have an amazing weekend, Merry Christmas, just things like that. They will remember. When I complete jobs, I love to leave comments. So the comments are read not only by the signing service, but also the title office too. So I'll put like a little fun fact about the couple or the person I had a signing with. So just those little things set you aside, and it just makes you feel it's not a robotic thing. It's you're an actual person speaking to a person, having a transaction with a person. Again, signing services do not owe you anything. They work with so many notaries, but you have to be humble and thankful for the opportunity and the experience. And that's something I'm consistently showing. Damn, what was the question?
You basically just answered. You're just talking about how did you build those relationships with those title companies to get, I mean, not the title company, but the signing services to get consistent business.
Right, because at the end of the day, I'm still working on relationship building with title offices, especially because they already have their people in place.
Yeah.
They have these notaries that they've been working with for years. So they are, they're already taken care of, or they have notaries that are in their office. When it comes to loan signing and when it comes to working with signing services, There's so many notaries that have signed up with this particular company. How are you standing out? And honestly, you're going to be standing out by not catching an attitude, doing your job, and being thankful. I've made mistakes. I've missed signatures, initials, you named it. Like, I've made mistakes, but because I built those relationships,
Yeah.
they were more easy on me, and just said, hey, can you fix this mistake? And I fixed it as soon as possible, like ASAP. And I made sure to keep communication with them. There's no perfect notary, but it's how you act and present yourself.
Yeah. That's important. It's important if it's like own up to it, be accountable for it, and then do what you can to correct it. Because if you choose not to, they're gonna remember that.
Let me tell you something. So I work with a particular signing service, and the owner, she was telling me how her notary had missed a signature. She reached out to a notary, say, hey, you missed a signature in your own notarial act. Like, you missed a signature. Can you please go ahead and get it done? Get the documents shipped out again before FedEx picks up. Oh, well, I need an extra fee because that drive was an hour and a half. No, please do not. Please do not. Don't do that. Like, don't ask for an extra traveling fee because you made a mistake and you decide to take this order that was an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
That was your choice. You made a mistake, you go ahead and you handle it. I've had to go ahead and pay for shipping before. And I did it. And I did not say, hey, you owe me. No, I didn't, because it was my mistake.
Right.
So I've heard horror stories. I'm just like, notaries are really doing that? Like, yeah.
And it all comes back to that, like, employee mindset. You know, you work in a job, you feel like you're entitled to this specific pay for these amount of hours. But when you get into entrepreneurship, nobody owes you shit.
Exactly.
Nobody owes you nothing.
Do not owe you anything.
Because they can use you that one time, but if they see you got a shitty attitude, they see you're not professional, they see that you're not willing to hold yourself accountable, you're not responsible for your actions, you didn't take the time to actually double check your work to avoid that type of mistake.
Yeah.
Can't complain when they say, well, I'm not getting no new signings coming in. Can you tell me how to get some new business? It was like, well, you had the opportunity, you had the plug, but you dropped the ball. So you got to hold that.
And not to like tweak my own horn, but for March, I was notary of the month for a signing service. I didn't know that even existed. And I was like, what? Like, we got an award. Like, I'm going to show you. Yeah, this is my award for notary of the month. It's from Comfortable Closings.
Let's go.
And I was really excited. I had a whole big goodie box. And to be honest, the only thing I did, I wasn't a perfect notary, but the only thing I did was I went the extra mile. So if a title office needed those documents same day, I said, sure, I can go to Tampa and drop off these documents. And I did that a couple of times. There was times where we missed the FedEx pickup, for example, on a Saturday, and they need these documents on a Monday. I went down and on a Saturday after the signing and just left those documents in their mailbox. So they have it for Monday morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, going the extra mile, because when you scratch relationships, when it comes to real estate, it's all about relationships. Thanks. It's all about building relationships and networking. And you scratch one person back, that person's going to go ahead and scratch your back. And that's exactly what it is. It's all about relationship building, referrals, recommendations. So because I did that signing service just kept that client. Yeah. So by keeping that client, he's keeping me as well. So it's a full circle.
Message. Hopefully y'all caught that. Caught that.
It's a full circle, man. And I tell you, people think signing services are like corporate. No, they were once notaries like us. They know the hustle. But what they did, they marketed and networked so much that they were able to create those jobs and get those jobs. And then they went ahead and started hiring notaries. But to market and create those jobs, they had to build relationships with title offices. Yeah. So that's exactly what they did. And if you want them to keep, to keep in business, to stay in business, then we need to make sure we represent them and do a great job.